Referred to as the Golden Girl of table tennis, Chelsea has had an impeccable track record of bringing the first place title to Guyana on several occasions.
Chelsea Edghill has become the first Guyanese table tennis player to ever make the cut for the Olympic Games.
I started to realize that people have more to say when I lost, and the losing felt, even worse than before.
Today, we are speaking with Chelsea Edghill, two-time Guyanese Olympian in table tennis. Chelsea is literally changing the face of international table tennis as the first athlete from her country to qualify for and compete at the Olympic Games, and I'm excited to speak with her because she is just very special to see a Guyanese athlete break the barriers and be the inspiration for so many people all around the world and representing her country high like she does.
Hi, my name is Chelsea Edghill. I am from Guyana and I am a table tennis Olympian.
So, just to start, how did you get into table tennis?
I started playing at like 9, I think. I was 9. And it was, I think by chance that it happened that I played. It wasn't planned in any way because usually we would go to the US for vacations in the summer. And this summer my mom was like, I don't think we'll go on vacation. You guys seem to like table tennis at school, so go play it in the summer with the coaches. And we went to the program and they were teaching us how to play. And at the end of the summer program, the coach was like, she's really talented, you should bring her back. And then my mom did, and it just kind of took off from there.
What are some of the misconceptions about table tennis players?
A misconception is that it's easy and that we don't train very hard. Everyone just sees it and kind of thinks, oh, it's so easy, I think I can do it, or I can beat you. You get that a lot. I think, you have to deal with it a lot, that people
That's
just
so
think
annoying.
that you can just come on the table and hit the ball and it's just gonna land on the table. But it takes so much skill and so much practice that I've been doing it for this year, makes it 18 years since I've been playing. So I've been doing it for this long, and it's still very difficult for me at times to play and to perfect what I want to do. So yeah, I think the biggest misconception is that it's easy.
How long can a game be?
So we can play either a best of 5 games or a best of 7 games. A best of 5 games would go maybe 35-40 minutes. In a best of 7, it's the same. Average, it's about 40 minutes. But it can go as long as maybe 45-50 minutes if it's really a close game.
I was going to ask, when things get tough or hard or stressful in a match that long, how do you ground yourself?
Oh, that's a really good one. Over the years of playing, it was one thing to have a plan going into the match, kind of know what you're going to do. So it kind of eliminates that guesswork while the match happens. As I got older, it's become a little bit more difficult to be able to ground myself, something I've been working on. A lot of the times, that mindfulness and looking inwards and keeping yourself positive is something that I've been working on and trying to incorporate now into my game. I think that's a new component that I'm trying to work with and kind of figure out. Even off the table, it's something that I've been trying to work with. So yeah, for me, it's a work in progress, but mindfulness and being positive usually helps.
I feel like so many athletes go through that phase where before it was maybe like a little bit more easy, or just going in and like whatever happens. And then as we get older, we're like, I'm a little too conscious about what's going on, and it's scary in a way. So it's like interesting to see that no matter what sport we're doing, we're all going through the same thing.
It's something that happened very recently for me as well. That consciousness, that self-consciousness. I think around 2022, it kind of hit me, and then the entire of last year, I've been really cognizant of the fact that I am really focused on what's going on around me, and it kind of caught me by surprise, to be honest.
Did it happen after the Olympics? Or...
Yes, yeah. At first, not right after the Olympics, because I was dealing with a lot after the Olympics, but as I started to kind of get back into the rhythm of playing and competing, I think that's when it kind of set in that, oh crap, I'm not like before where nobody really was paying attention. If I win, great. If I lose, that's fine. But then I started to realize that people have more to say when I lost, and the losing felt, even worse than before, and winning just felt like more of a relief. So yeah, I think that kind of set in recently.
And what is that like for you as the person who is actually competing? You're a human with your own thoughts and feelings and reactions too.
It's one thing when it's a complete stranger saying it, that you just kind of block it out. You kind of have to. But it's another thing when it's people who are in your fraternity or people who should kind of know better. It's one of those things where you'd be playing, you have your own struggles, you're human. You have your own things you're going through, and then to be in a match and then you've given your all, you've given it your best try, it just didn't work out for you, and then to hear, and sometimes you would hear it in passing that they would have, they don't care, they would just say it, and then sometimes they would even come up to you and berate you for losing. It takes a toll that they don't even know that it does, and then sometimes people would even like, critique your game, and not even the constructive way. They would just kind of come in on you saying that you've done all of these things wrong. Some people would even say, you're doing all of this training just to lose. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah. That's some of the things that I've had to hear these past couple of years.
Wow. So how do you deal with that?
One of the ways that I found helps is to be secluded, to limit the people who are in your space, to limit the interactions you have with people, so that way you kind of protect your peace. That you can't. Everyone's not there for to make you feel better. Everyone's not there to be encouraging or any of those things. So you kind of have to be the one to kind of protect all of that, protect your mental health, protect your space, and you have to be really mindful of the people that you have around you. I think that's what I've been trying to do recently, because I've been, caught off guard many times when I let my guard down or let people in. So for me, it's one of those things to have the people who or the people you've trusted since before all of the good things started happening. Kind of good to have those people around and kind of keep them close.
Totally agree. What do you do for your mental health? I literally have like a menu of things that I do when I'm in bad moods. And I'm like, is it an ice cream eating day? Is it like a call my friends day? Is it a bubble bath day? So for you, what do you do when you're struggling?
When I'm struggling, I become a couch potato.
Yes.
Best one ever.
Yes. When I'm struggling, I'm just by myself, with my Nintendo Switch on one side, my laptop on the other, the TV's on. Other times when it's really bad, I tend to talk to my mentors or my therapist or like this just to kind of get some perspective, because perspective is so good to have.
So often fans, we just see Chelsea the table tennis player, but we don't get to see you as the well-rounded individual who has passions, commitments, relationships. So what are the different sides to you that you would like to call forth?
So like you said, there's Chelsea the table tennis player, there's Chelsea the couch potato, there's also Chelsea, a massive nerd that when I tell you I am so much into Rubik's cubes and like those puzzles, like it is insane. I'm currently like glancing over the computer and I'm like, I have about 10 different types of cubes that yes, it is really bad. My obsession. Yes, it's gotten to a point now that my friends, if they ask me what I want and I tell them, I can just, I just send them a link to Amazon of the things that I want, like that's cube related. Yes, and they would, and the crazy thing is that they indulge my obsession. They're the ones who supply the cubes. Like at this point, it's one of the things where every time I left training in Germany to go to a tournament or go home or something, and I pass through the airport, there's this one store that has like tons of different types of cubes, and every time I go there, I get myself a cube. It is so bad. Yes, it's really bad, my obsession. So that's one thing that I have. And then there's Chelsea, the tutor. I like tutoring math and chemistry and biology. There's also Chelsea, the person that likes to play different sports. I like playing cricket. I like playing basketball. I like playing football. So anytime I get a chance to, like, I just do it for fun. And then there's Chelsea, the person that likes to party. That it's not as great as it used to be before. It's not, 19-year-old Chelsea was, that was something she really enjoyed. But if I do get the chance, it's something that I like to do. And then there's Chelsea, the person that likes to go to the beach. I love water. So if you ask me where I want to go, the first answer is usually to the beach. Yeah.
Well, that's a nice place to go. I love discovering all the facets of you because, like Jamie said, we usually see the athlete, but we forget that we're humans. Sometimes even ourselves, we forget that we're humans.
Chelsea, tell us where you are now. Where are you physically? What are your hopes for this coming year?
I'm currently in Guyana. It's a nice small country in South America. My goals for this year is to basically enjoy playing table tennis, to enjoy competing, to find the joy that I once had when I was younger. It's been a difficult couple of years, and one of the things I think I can change, because on a physical level I'm playing well, but the enjoyment that I used to once have, that freeness to just express myself on the court, it's not the same. So I want to find that, and I want to be able to just enjoy playing this year.
I'm on the same
Such
boat
goosebumps.
as you. Yep. It's amazing. And I really, truly hope that you'll find that happiness again, because it does make a difference. And where were you training before, if you said you came back home?
So in 2019, I moved to Portugal to play in the league there. And then I played a bit, I think 2 years there, and then I took a break after the Olympics for a while, and then I went back and I trained in Germany. So this last year, I've been in Germany training and playing in the league over there.
How come you're training overseas?
Because that's where the competition is. Yeah, that's where the competition is. It's easier to attend tournaments there. Because a lot of tournaments are in Europe, and travel is a little cheaper in Europe than to fly from Guyana to Europe all the time. It's pretty expensive. So just being located somewhere central in Europe makes it easier to compete.
What it is like training in your home country and how that's different than your experience elsewhere.
Elsewhere, it's that practice is readily available. There's always a structure to practice. There's always a coach working with you, and you have that ability whenever you want. When I'm home, it's a little bit more difficult, because table tennis, you always need a partner to practice, especially if you need a sparring partner. And in sports in Guyana in general, it's not done on a professional level. A lot of my teammates have jobs, so it's very difficult to find them after practice. Sometimes they have other commitments, and it's very difficult to practice, and just the overall structure, it's a bit different from in Europe.
We don't realize the hurdles that you might face in your home country. Do you have maybe hopes, maybe in the future, to try to help develop a little bit more the sport in Guyana?
Definitely. I think it's one of the things I really want to do to contribute to development of sports in Guyana, really. I just finished my postgrad certificate in international sports management, and it's something... Thank you. It's something that I really am passionate about. I see a scope in Guyana that we can really and truly develop sport on a national level to where we're able to compete on a professional level.
What do you hope to see for the future? Let's keep it for women's sports in particular.
I want to see more young girls with the ability to dream that they can be the best in any sport that they do, especially in Guyana. Last week, I was having a conversation with the girls who play wind ball cricket. So it's a type of cricket that you play with the tennis ball, the flannel green ball. And I spoke to a few of them, and I asked them, I said, hey, why are you, where do you want to go in the sport? What do you want to achieve? And a lot of them said to me that they're just playing it for fun. And even though that's great, to stay active and like this, a lot of them genuinely don't believe that they're able to achieve way more than just as a recreational activity. So in sport in general in Guyana, I hope to see young girls believing that they can achieve the greatest achievements in their sport, whichever one they choose to do, and just for them to be involved in sport, even as an athlete or an administrator, a manager, whatever, just for them to be a part of it.
So much of what we're trying to do with Flame Bearers is elevating women like yourself who are proof points for all of those girls that they can be that person.
Yeah. I think you guys are doing a great thing, highlighting the stories of female athletes.
Thank you. Well, you're doing the hard work. We're just giving you the credit you deserve. What do you want to say to all of the women who are competing in Paris this summer?
I want to say good luck, and I hope that I see you there.
Yes, you will be there.
Love it.
You got it.
Thanks for tuning into Flame Bearers.
If you like what you're hearing, please leave us a positive review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also follow us along on social media for more behind-the-scenes exclusive content on Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever social platform you are on. Thank you, and stay tuned for our upcoming episode.